Congrats
Hey,
on
so
your first deal, man. I
thank you.
heard.
Appreciate it. Hey,
Yeah.
with all your properties scattered so far, how are you managing them? Is it like through a management company or like personally, or how you doing that?
Chris, that's a great question. I do everything myself. Today I came to the office with my mail for the week. Skylar saw it and was like, I thought you had a property manager managing it. Not the case at all. Um, I actually do everything myself. So that's a good question. How do I take care of everything? Well, it kind of starts with how you buy the property. I buy all my properties very well. Typically, I'm buying them between 50 to 55% of ARV. Now, this I myself have a direct to seller model that I've perfected, and I do a lot of marketing through it. And that's what you guys are all learning how to do right now. Right? You guys are all directly talking with the sellers and trying to figure out exactly how you can get the best price that makes sense for investors like yourselves. So, because I'm purchasing these properties at 55%, my loan is very cheap. My PITI is very cheap. So I'm able to actually rent my properties at a slight discount. And what happens when you drop like if the property's fair market rent is 1900, I'll typically rent it for about 1750. That $150 difference, guys, gets me roughly 90 to 100 more applicants per house. The applicants all now have 700. My minimum credit score is 675, and I typically find at least 10 applicants that are at that number. And I'm able to sign 3-year leases with 5% increases year over year. So now, Chris, let me ask you a question. Do you rent or do you own?
We own right now.
Okay. So back when you were renting, let's just go back to those days.
Yeah.
If you were looking in the perfect area and you were seeing properties for $2,000 and all of a sudden you see a property for $1,800 that is almost better than the other properties in terms of rehab, would you go crazy? I mean, that's the deal of a lifetime, right?
Yeah.
200
Yeah.
bucks cheaper. Oh my gosh. And now what happens if that person comes and says, Chris, the only way I'll do this is if I sign you to a 3-year deal. Would you jump on that?
Most likely, yeah.
Most likely, yes. And then once you jump on it, guess what? You know you're getting a great deal. So you're going to respect the landlord. You're not going to call him every day because the light bulb in the kitchen went out, right? All of a sudden, from my 13 properties, I probably get one phone call every 6 months. The rent is paid on time. I use a system called Door Loop. It tracks everything and stores everything for me. And I have never had an eviction. I've never had an issue. It's just been smooth sailing, all because I'm losing $100 a month. I don't have any headache whatsoever.
Yeah. You created competition basically in the rental department.
Effectively, yes, and people respect that. You know, people really do. So I hope that answers your question. I do everything myself, and it's because I buy the properties well.
Yeah, no, that definitely answers it. I appreciate it.
That was a great answer. That's such a great answer. That's something I don't do with student housing. I get a call every freaking second. But that's my life. I've created the madness. That's so smart. And then the
Yeah,
money yeah. Yeah, and
and Max,
so
because it's a
smart.
3-year lease, you don't have any turnover costs.
So
You're not
nice.
repairing it every year. I mean, you make back that money times 3 and you lose headaches. But people are greedy. They need to get full fair market value. Okay, sure. Go with the guy that has a 475 credit score and, you know, has been evicted 6 times in the last 9 months.
Oh my god, I'm almost jealous of you because it's summertime and I'm already stressing. I'm gonna have 11 tenants leave. I'm gonna have to find 11 more students, and they all want to rent the last week before school starts. So it's just like it's the most stressful thing in the world.
Yeah. I have 8 months before my next lease is up.
But the nice part of what I do is I have no vacancies. So, but
That's true.
it is pain. That's such a great bomb of knowledge, guys. I love that.